going to try something I've not tried before, which is doing Instagram with Facebook at the same time. So just give me a second. All right, welcome. So this video is all about something that you're doing. Well, I shouldn't say that. You might not be doing it. I hope you're not. But something you may, if you are doing this, it's definitely getting in the way of you, I don't know, manifesting what you want, having your desires come to fruition, and just overall peace in your life, right? So if you're watching, just say hi. I always like to know who's here, where you're at, where you're from, and thanks for being here with me. So, oh my gosh, so much has been going on with me. Some of you are brand new to me, you don't know who I am, so I just want to briefly introduce myself. My name's Erin McGuire. I am an energy healer and coach, and I help you heal trauma so you can manifest what you want in your business and your life. And if you know me, you know I've been on my own personal healing journey. I've had my own share of trauma in my life, which is why I do what I do. It's why I help other people. And really what I'm coming to terms with in the last couple of years is really just some physical health issues that I've been pretty open about in different areas. I was diagnosed with a thyroid condition. I never in a million years thought I'd be on a daily medication. Not to say that there's anything wrong with that, but I am, and I've been diagnosed with hormonal issues. I have chronic fatigue. That's like the biggest physical issue that I have. And I always think it's interesting when you talk about chronic fatigue. Like when I tell my partner, William, oh, I'm really tired. And he's like, oh yeah, I am too. And it's like, no, like the fatigue I feel is like debilitating. And if anybody's watching and you know what that's like and you know what chronic fatigue feels like, I am sympathetic towards you because it's extremely detrimental. And so this actually started years and years ago. The very first time, I probably should have been diagnosed before, but I remember in 2016 even, I went to the doctor and a holistic doctor, and they diagnosed me with adrenal fatigue. So this has been going on for a long time. It's in the past couple of years gotten pretty bad. And like I have highs and then I have lows, and like it's just kind of a little all over the place. And recently I those signs. I know some of you that are watching, like I see Sarah's here. I don't know if that's who's watching, but those of you that you know the signs, like if you hear a book and then it keeps getting repeated by other people, it's like, okay, I'm supposed to be paying attention. Well, that happened to me with the medical medium. And I knew about him, like, seriously, years ago when I lived in Los Angeles. And literally with about 3 weeks ago, within a week, that came up, his name came up 3 different times. So, and then a friend actually just gave me his book to borrow, and I started reading it today. And it's just like, when you're tired of being tired. And it's like, I'm at a place now where I have to make some big decisions in terms of like doing some, things that are not going to be very easy, like cutting out a lot of foods and going about a healing path. But it's kind of that, like, I want to share this video from my own experience because that's how I love to teach, but also like for whatever that is for you, right? Because you might be in a place where you're like, I've been having this emotional issue or a physical issue or whatever kind of issue it is, and you find yourself complaining about it. Like, I walked into my acupuncturist yesterday and just, at one point I was just like, are you listening to the words coming out of your mouth? Everything was like the worst. I'm not shaming myself for that. I'm saying like, I had to get really real that like, when my fatigue is bad, it's really bad. And then what happens is it'll get better. And I think some of you can relate with me on this. It's like whatever the issue is, whether it's a an emotional issue, a mental health issue, a physical issue, a money issue, a relationship issue. It's like it gets bad, we go seeking the solution. Maybe we're like looking at hiring different people or getting different supplements. I know that was me. Like, I will go and spend hundreds of dollars on shit tons of different supplements because I'm like, oh, this is the thing that's going to help me. This is the thing that's going to help me. And then when I'm good, it's like I just ride that wave and I kind of don't even think about it and I just kind of go back to my old ways. It's like I make changes and then I fall back. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you know what I mean, if this conversation is landing for you. And so what I want to share is that thing that I believe, if you're doing this, it's definitely affecting you. It's affecting your relationship. It's affecting your life. It's affecting how you attract what you want. It's getting in the way of that. And that is victimhood. Okay, victimhood is connected to codependency. The secret is, so we all know, like, don't be a victim. Yeah, like, we know that. However, it's pretty sneaky how it like comes in. So it can sneak in and you can find yourself complaining about things or, feeling helpless. That's part of being a victim, feeling helpless. Now, what's interesting is I draw cards every week as part of like a self-care thing. I check in with the angels. I'm like, what do I need to know this week? And they've been kind of sharing some of that, some of this like victimhood. And I'm like, we are far beyond victimhood. And yet I saw that sneaking in around my health stuff. Because it's like, I will tell William certain things and there's this part of me that feels helpless to it. And I'm not shaming that part, and I don't want you to shame that part of you if this conversation is resonating for you. I don't want you to shame that you have this part that feels like poor me. Why is this happening to me, right? However, in order to change, like, it's not necessarily our fault that things happen, but it's our responsibility to go about healing those things. And so the longer we stay in this victim mode, feeling helpless to the situation, feeling, it's almost like the damsel in distress kind of comes in and it's just like, oh, when am I ever going to be free of this? And I know I certainly had that around the fatigue because I've been dealing with it for so long. It's like I've tried so many different things. So you do get in this like helplessness, and it's not our fault, but there are solutions to every issue, to every problem. You can heal from anything. That's what I help people do. I help people heal from emotional issues. I help them, heal from trauma that's living in their tissues from like years and years and years ago. And I help them understand the psychological reasoning behind all of this stuff. And then give you lots of tools to rewire your brain so that this stuff no longer keeps you stuck. Like, consciously we're in the future, we're in the now, but unconsciously we're living in the past. And just like that, there's protocols for different ways to heal your body, like the medical medium gave, like this book that was given, that my friend let me borrow. There's a protocol in there. It's not going to be easy. Like, it's going to be like, he wants you basically to eat raw fruits and vegetables for 28 days, give up caffeine. It's like, it's going to be intense. But like, what I'm saying, that part of that victim thing is like, oh, but I don't want to do that, right? The same thing I ask of my clients, all the work I ask of them, all the healing work that goes into shifting and reprogramming your brain and becoming really aware, as Carl Jung says, making the unconscious conscious so that it no longer runs our life and we call it fate. All the stuff I ask my clients to do. And if we're not in a space to do that and we're just like complaining about it, we're complaining to our family, to our friends, to anybody that'll listen about our problems, and we're not willing to do the work because it's too hard, like I have been. Like I kind of knew some of the stuff he was going to ask me to do, and I was like, but I'm not giving up coffee, but I'm not giving up cheese, but I'm not going to do all of this. And it's like, okay, but are you going to take the steps to heal, or are you going to sit around and bitch about it? Right? You know, like it's like shit or get off the pot, as they say, right? Like take the step forward, do some hard things, because what I am living in right now physically, what I deal with, is no longer acceptable. And sometimes we have to get to that rock bottom, right? Sometimes we have to hit that rock bottom where we're like, enough is enough. And I guess I hit that because now I'm ready to like, fuck it, I'm just gonna make some changes. I'm gonna do the hard thing and do it anyway. And so that's what I ask of my clients. And so that's my biggest message that wanted to flow through today, is that we all know, don't be a victim. However, it's a sneaky, slippery little snake that we're not even realizing we're doing sometimes. We're not even realizing that we are in victim mode but yet we're complaining and staying stuck. And like, why does it work out for me? Why does it work out for other people? I was doing that not that long ago in my business. Well, it's working out for all of these people, but not me. What's wrong with me? Maybe I'm not doing it right. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I don't have the right tools or the right manifestation. And it's like, no, maybe you need to tweak some things in your marketing. Maybe you need to change how you say things. Maybe you need to show up more, right? Like there is a way through every block. And I'm saying this just as much for myself as I am for you. Sarah says she's feeling that. Thank you for being here, Sarah. I love you, Sarah. So good to see you. I mean, I can't really see you, but you know what I mean. There's a way through every block, and it's really about us getting off the pot. Like, enough is enough. Stop complaining. Stop complaining to everybody. Give yourself grace, because on the other side of this, we have to be compassionate towards ourselves. Beating ourselves up and being like, gosh, why did you take so long to figure this out? Why did you take so long to take action? That's not helpful. That's going to create a lot of shame, and it's going to create a lot of negative feelings towards yourself, which are not useful. We do things when we're ready. We do things when it's our time to do them. Whatever happened in the past, it doesn't fucking matter. It's in the past. But today we have a choice to do it differently. And if you find yourself complaining about something, like me about the fatigue, okay, when it's bad, I am a complainer. I'm like, oh, William, I don't feel good today, blah, blah, blah. And it's true, I don't. But what am I doing about it? Why am I not doing a protocol just because it's going to be really fucking hard? That's not an excuse, okay? Like, victimhood is a reality. If you're complaining about something, then you're stuck in it in some way, and you're getting something out of it, okay? So that's why we do it. We do it because we're getting something out of it. We might be getting sympathy. We might be getting sympathy from ourselves. Like, it might be a way that you connect with yourself. And so one of the things we talk about in the work that I do is meeting those needs in different ways so that we're not meeting them negatively. Because the need for connection is one of your basic 6 human needs that you must have. And if it's not being met, you'll find ways to get that met. And so, you know, my teacher, one of my teachers, Tony Robbins, says, you know, problems are a really quick way to meet needs. Like, when we get to talk about our problems, we get to feel connected to ourselves. We get to feel like kind of almost like a dopamine rush in like, oh, look at all these things that I have that are wrong. Okay, and so that's how we stay stuck. And this video is going longer than I had intended, but I hope that this is useful for you. I hope that this is maybe a little kick in the pants that you needed today. I know I needed it. Like, I know I'm about to do something really hard by doing this 28-day protocol. Like, shit, I'm really like, I've tried different diets and I will talk myself out of them. This isn't a diet, it's a cleanse. But I've tried different things and I will talk myself out of it. If it involves giving up coffee or like not being able to go out to eat, Like, forget about it. And then I'm complaining, and it's like, I've tried so many other things and nothing's working. Like, maybe I need to give this a shot because food heals, right? Food heals. Okay. Let me know in the comments if you're watching this later. I'd love to hear from you. Just type in hashtag replay. Let me know if any of this lands for you. And if you're wanting, a support system to help you manifest what you want by healing the traumas, the unconscious patterning, the conditioning that comes up on your way towards achieving your next level, whatever that is in your life or your business, message me. I have a couple spots open for one-on-one sessions right now. So I'd love to be there to support you in that. And I'm sure I'll be popping in to share my journey whenever I decide to start this cleanse and give up coffee and all the things that I love, right? But shit or get off the pot, man. No more complaining, no more bitching, no more wishing your life was different. It's just like, just take the steps. We all know what the steps are, and we're just not doing them out of fear. Because the brain and the ego is just like, if you do that, what's going to happen? What's going to change? Oh my gosh. Will you be safe? It's just there to protect you. So this stuff isn't rocket science, but I do believe we need support in our journey. I have a team of people that help me because I just don't believe in doing this alone, because we get in our own way so much of the time. So again, reach out to me if you want to do any sessions with me, or I also have my Empowered Women ongoing program as well. So thank you so much for being here, for listening to my little spiel today. I hope to be doing more of those. I keep saying I'm going to be more consistent on here, and then I have some sort of flare up, and I get into some chronic fatigue crap, and then I can't work and I don't show up. So it's beginning to affect my life in a lot of ways. So cheers to healing, everybody. We'll see you next time.